This is my ITC online preview. It's great, Marcus. Thank you very much. I've seen what you can do. I've seen everybody here trade, actually, and super excited about the ITC online. It truly brings the capability for someone who could not travel to access the same content and information that was discussed, Spain, and it certainly was the best ID ever. I want to spend just a few moments answering some questions and taking some time to just remind some of you of one short-term strategies that I use to trade. I've been using it now for years, many years, 5 years, whatever it is. I built the methodology myself, and it's an essential part of what I do when short-term trading. And are measured in days or take a few days to fire off. However, if you're like me, you, for instance, might be interested in trading in the short for quite term. And let me tell you, first of all, that's part of my trading routine. The presentation that I give in the ITC online and in Spain, in Barcelona together, isn't just about sort of short term just for the sake of trading in the short term, or just trading in the short term just because during short periods of time I get a chance to refine my strategies, practice my stop losses, practice my take profit targets, practice the psychological skills that are necessary to truly do the best job that you can possibly do in trading. And so in the mornings I'll trade on the short term chart using a methodology that I built years ago. The Boscillator. The Boscillator is an oscillator, and it's an oscillator that I built that is based on statistics. We talked about this in just about every online webinar that I've done with FXStreet lately. We talked about it in Spain. And there are new tips and tricks and methodologies that go along with this trading strategy in particular that I wanted to preview today and let you know a little bit more about. It's commonly thought that from one group of people around the world that you got a long-term trade or you can't trade at all. Alexander Elder is famous in his book Trading for a Living for saying, if you want to make money, you've got to trade the way that's right for you. Not that's right for a bank, trade for you. So part of the IC online, what I want to share with you, if you feel that short-term trading is an essential part of your trading, for you to trade for a living, then I've got a methodology that I really want to share with you and some techniques that have become really important for me in particular and that I've really enjoyed trading and have made a huge difference. Whenever a currency pair moves a certain distance away from the 800 simple moving average, and that's depicted up here on the British pound daily chart that we're looking at right now. It's the black dashed line at the top of the chart. Whenever a currency pair gets away from that 800 simple moving average for too long, my charting program, which is MetaTrader, which is free, which is my favorite price, gives me an alert. It gives me some information up here in the upper right-hand screen, and it lets me know that the currency pair has overextended itself in one direction and that it's due for a retracement. There are a lot of people that are trend traders. There are other people who are counter trend traders. I am particularly and exclusively a counter trend trader. I really don't do much trend trading at all. This methodology, the methodology of using the 800 simple moving average and the Boscillator, these methodologies depend on your willingness to trade in the short term for a good risk to reward ratio over a large number of pips and trades that conclude within, on the short-term charts, a very short period of time, within 15 minutes to an hour to 2 hours. That's how long these trades last. But the nice thing about the methodology is that you don't have to trade this methodology in the short term. Everything that I share with you in the ITC online, which includes a description of where the stop losses go, where the profit target goes, where the trades go. I don't just take one trade. I'll take several trades as a part of implementing this system. All of those details, including how I use trend lines to execute a trade, including how I use support and resistance levels to stop out of trades, how I use support and resistance levels to add to my trades as they're going in my favor and increase the profit target. How I use the 62 exponential moving average, which is in red, and the blue 200 simple moving average to execute trades at a better price, filter out some bad trades, and add to my overall profit. I'll also be sharing for the first how I also use indicators like the MACD set at settings that are much different than most people are used to using them. This MACD is actually set to 30, 65, and 23, which happens to be a much larger number. Most people are used to using 12, 26, and 9. This is 2.5 times larger than that typical MACD. Well, I use a different moving average convergence divergence for a reason. It's to filter out some of the trades that I don't want to take and to risk a little bit more on the trades that I really do want to take. And trading is all about winning as often as we possibly can, but more importantly, it's about preserving our capital and never letting anything catastrophic happen to our account balance. I'm a huge fan of the concept that if you can protect your account balance and you can continually get paid and add money to your account, you're going to be fine over the long term. The boss later strategy is to use huge amounts of 20% to accumulate profits over time in small amounts and never have anything disastrous or substantially wrong happen to you in the short term. So you'll be investing over a period of time in a large number, practicing or every time, simply benefiting from something that cycles through over and over and over again in a similar, repeatable pattern.